Hi everyone, I am Shaktivel, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore. And today we are going to see about the design thinking. Design thinking. And design thinking is a methodology which provides a solution-based approach to solving a problems. It is extremely useful when used to tackle a complex problems that are ill-defined or unknown because it serves to understand the human needs involved, reframe the problem in a human-centric ways, create and numerous ideas in a brainstorming sessions, and adopt a hands-on approach to prototyping and also the testing. Learn about the 5 stages of design thinking will empower you and allow you to apply the methodology to your work and solve the complex problems that occurs in our companies, our countries, and across the world. Design thinking is a non-linear and iterative process that can have anywhere from 3 to 7 phases depending on whom you talk to. The 5 stages of the design thinking process are in empathize, research your user needs, define, state your user needs and problems, ideate, challenge assumptions and create ideas, prototype, start to create a solutions, test, try your solutions out. Empathize. Research your user needs. The first stage of the design thinking process focuses on user-centric research. You want to gain an empathetic understanding of a problem you are trying to solve. Consult an experts to find out more about the area of your concern and conduct the observations to engage and empathize your users. And you may also want to immerse yourself in the user's physical environment to gain a deeper personal understanding of the issues involved as well as their experiences and the motivations. Empathy is a crucial to problem solving and human centered design process as it allows design thinkers to set aside their own assumptions about the world and gain a real insight into the users and their needs. Depending on the time constraints, you will gather a substantial amount of the information to use during the next stage. The main aim of the empathize stage is to develop the best possible understanding of your users, their needs, and the problems that underlie the development of the product or service that you want to create. Define. State your users' needs and the problems. In the define stage, you will organize the information you have gathered during the empathize stage and you will analyze your observations to define the core problems you and your team have to identify up to this point. And defining a problem and the problem statement must be done in a human-centered manner. For example, you should not define the problem as your own wish or need of the company. For an example, we have been given the problem statement as we need to increase our food product market share among the young teenage girls by a 5%. And in this problem, we need to tell that as a perception of the user's needs. That is, you should pitch the problem statement from your perception of the user's needs. That has been, you need to define it as a teenage girls need to eat nutritious food in order to thrive, to be healthy and grow. The define stage will help the design team collect the great ideas to establish the features, functions, and other elements to solve the problem at a hand. Or at a very least, allow the real users to resolve the issues themselves with a minimal difficulty. In this stage, you will start to progress to the third stage, the ideation phase, where you ask the questions to help you look for the solutions. And the question might be for the previous problem, that is the example that we have been take. How might we encourage teenage girls to perform an action that benefits them and also involves your company's food related product or a service? For an instance, next step is the ideate, challenge assumptions and create ideas. During the third stage of the design thinking process, designers are ready to generate ideas and you have grown to understand your users and their needs in the emphasis stage and you have analyzed your observations in the define stage to create a user-centric problem statement. With this solid background, you and your team members can start to look at the problem from the different perspectives and ideate innovative solutions to your problem statements. There are the hundreds of ideation techniques that you can use such as the brainstorm, brainwrite, worst possible idea and scamper. Brainstorm and worst possible idea techniques are typically used at the start of the ideation stage to stimulate free thinking and expand the problem space. This allows you to generate as many ideas as possible at the start of ideation, and you should pick other ideation techniques towards the end of the stage to help you investigate and test your ideas and choose the best ones to move forward with, either because they seem to solve the problem or provide the elements required to circumvent it. Next one is the prototype. Start to create your solutions. The design team will now produce the number of inexpensive scaled down versions of the product or specific features found within the product to investigate the key solutions generated in the ideation phase. These prototypes can be shared and tested within the team itself, in other departments, or on a small group of people outside the design team. This is an experimental phase, and the aim is to identify the best possible solution for each of the problems identified during the first three stages. The solutions are implemented within the prototypes, and one by one they are investigated and then accepted, improved, or rejected based on the user's experience. By the end of the prototype stage, the design team will having a better idea of the product limitations and the problems it faces. They will also have a clearer view of how real users would behave, think, and feel when they interact with the end product. Test. Final stage, that is try your solutions out. Designers or evaluators rigorously test the complete product using the best solutions identified in the prototype stage, and this is the final stage of the 5 stage model. However, in an iterative process such as design thinking, the results generated are often used to redefine one or more further problems. This increased level of understanding may help you investigate the conditions of use and how people think, behave, and feel towards the product, and even lead you to look back to a previous stage in the design thinking process, and you can then proceed with the further iterations and make alterations and refinements to rule out an alternative solutions. The ultimate goal is to get as a deep an understanding of the product and its uses as possible. And these are the 5 stages. That first one is an empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and final product. And here from this empathize, empathize helps in defining the problems, and from the define we are going for an ideate, and from the ideate we are going for a prototype to final stage of the product. In case if we have been failed it in a prototype and it gives the new idea, and we are going for a new ideations. In the test case also, we can create a new ideas in case if there is some problems in a test. So we need to redefine the statement in which we are going for the defined stage. Or in case if we need to collect the data in the final stage during the test itself, we need to go for the empathy stage. And this is the, we can tell it as a non-iterative and iterative process, and also a non-linear process that we have been mentioned earlier. I hope you understand this video. Thank you.